Imagine being at 8 years old, standing in a classroom full of curious eyes. I wasn't like the other kids. I was born with just four fingers on my left hand. To me, it was normal, but to others, it was something to stare at, something to mock. They didn't see me as a person I was. They only saw the finger I didn't have. The cruel words started early. What's wrong with you? Why does your hand look like that? At that age, every question felt like a punch to my gut. Every laughter is like a reminder that I didn't belong. And when you're told over and over and over again that you're different in the bad way, it's hard not to believe it. There's one day I'll never forget. We were playing a game in gym class in elementary school, and I was supposed to catch a basketball. A boy, let's call him Simon, threw it towards me, but not like he could do to anyone else. He threw it too fast, too hard, aiming too low, just to watch me fail. When the ball slipped through my hands, I heard the laughter ripped across the field. Simon smirked. See, I knew it. He can't even catch a basketball. In that moment, I wanted nothing more than just to disappear. I felt the eyes of my classmates on me, judging for something I couldn't change at all. But what I didn't realize then is that bullying doesn't just come from outside, it also comes from within. That day I become my own worst critic, replaying the moment over and over again in my head. The belief that I wasn't enough started to take root. I thought that because I was different, I was weaker. I thought that because I didn't have what anyone else did, I would never become good enough. And that belief became the real bully I have to face. It's easy to think that bully is something that only happens between people. But the truth is, the most lasting damage doesn't come from the insults or the jokes. It comes from the belief that plant inside of you, the belief that you are somehow lesser. The idea of internalized self-doubt has rooted in the theories of social comparison. Psychologists like Leon Festinger have shown that we constantly evaluate ourselves against others, seeking validation and worth. But when we focus on what makes us different in a negative light, we end up sabotaging ourselves. Instead of celebrating uniqueness, we let the external world dictate our internal values. I had to fight this every day. But as I grew older, I began to realize something fundamental. The power of self worth doesn't come from what others think about you, it comes from what you believe about yourself. And here's where one of my core beliefs comes into play. Resilience isn't about having thick skin or being unaffected by the world around you. It's about taking those wounds and turning them into strength. The scars we carry, whether physical or emotional, doesn't weaken us. They shape us into something stronger, something more powerful. So here's what I've come to understand. The world is always going to point out your difference, but it's your choice how you let those differences define you. Don't fall into the traps of thinking that because you are different, you are less. Difference is power. Embrace the parts of yourself that others may see as flaws, because often those are the very things that makes you extraordinary. We live in a world that constantly tells us who we should be, how we should look, and what we should able to do. But here's the truth. There's no should. There's never. There's only who you are and what you choose to do with the life you've been given. And for those of us who face the unique challenge of being different, we're given the opportunities to show the world that what true strength looks like. Strength is not about perfection. It's about perseverance in the face of adversity. Well, I'm not here to tell you that overcoming bullying is easy. It is in fact not. But I'm standing here today to tell you that it is possible. You have the power to rewrite the story. I may have been born with only four fingers on my hand, but that doesn't define me. What defines me is how I choose to respond to the laughter, the doubt, and the fear. I didn't let it stop me. I embrace it and use it as the fuel to grow stronger. And so can you.